Step into a boxing ring and fight me the honourable way. I wouldn't be afraid of him in his barn anyway. Do you understand? I know I'll be walking out of that barn. Do you understand? I know I'm the man that's walking out. I would best him in the barn or in the boxing ring because he's in the wrong. And you cannot be wrong.
I'll fucking chew yous up and spit yous out. There's men taking juice to be as big as the John Fury. I eat beef steak and stew. I eat worms. Eat worms for my breakfast. Like you, the worm Froch, who shit yourself. Plenty to say now, you fugazi. You pussy. I'll fix you when I see you, mate. I'll batter you into oblivion. And your fat fucking ugly mate with you. You camera-headed cunt Joe Egan pal.
Yeah, but he was the one. He was the one who called it on, not you. He started it. He gave it the big one.
He started it, Carl.
He had his bluff. He had his bluff called, and then he went quiet. So it's a little bit. I mean, we'll leave John Fury now, but he's embarrassed.
Joe Egan wastes no time calling John Fury a thug and a coward for refusing to fight him. He says he would beat Fury anywhere, even in a barn, and mocks him for hiding behind Carl Froch. Egan insists Fury is all talk while he is ready to step in the ring.
Because he called me a fake and a fraud, fake hard man. I will show him how much of a fake hard man I am. He's the one that's shying away from.
John Fury erupts with pure fury and bravado, threatening to take on anyone in his path. He shows zero fear, declaring he'll batter challengers and isn't worried about consequences. The scale of his size and confidence dominates the press room, making it clear he's unafraid to put his words into action and defend his family's name.
Time's run out for you boys. I'm going to bump into you. And when I do, here's a statement. I'm going to do the two of you on the same night. You can two me. You two shithouses can try and two me. I'll batter the shit out of the two of you. But I'm telling you now, it's at your fucking peril, boys. It's at your fucking peril. And if I've got to go back to jail for you two shithouses, you fucking fugazis, fakes, I don't mind doing it. But believe me, look here, running, training, 20 stone 9 pound. I'll fucking chew yous up and spit yous out. There's men taking juice to be as big as the...
Carl Froch and Joe Egan call out John Fury, labeling him a thug and a bully while dissecting his bluster. They insist true men face their actions and take responsibility. John's talk may be loud, but Froch and Egan make it clear that words alone don't make a fighter, and real courage is shown in the ring.
What he is. He's a thug and he's a bully.
There's times in life, and I don't know if you agree with me or disagree with me, but there's times in life where sometimes you've got to stand up and be countered, and sometimes you've run your mouth, or you've said the wrong thing, or you've done something you regret, and you've actually got to stand and you've got to face it and front it and be a man and say, right, okay, I've done this, now I need to go and see the headmaster, or I need to go and see the kid that maybe I took his lunch money off him and the big brother wants me. I've got to take my licks now, I've got to stand and fight and defend myself. And John Fury's in a position where he's ran his mouth, he's given it the big one, you've come and fronted it and said, okay, here we go, you've taught the one, here I am, I'm here for you, I'm ready for you, you've taught the big one, now all you've got to do is step up to the mark. And it's embarrassing, really.
Johnny Nelson breaks down the confrontation, praising John Fury for creating chaos and keeping everyone talking. While Carl Froch would dominate in a real fight, John's performance succeeded in getting attention and stirring the scene. It's a reminder that sometimes stirring the pot is as powerful as landing punches in the ring.
Carl Froch.
Share Froch and Fury, because I'm quite sure Carl's going to rip the life out of John after today. I think John did a job. John did a job and got the excitement going. Got people talking, that's exactly what he did.
Eddie Hearn highlights the raw unpredictability of John Fury. Despite Carl Froch's skill, stepping into John's territory could be dangerous. It's not just about technique, it's the mental edge, the intimidation factor. John Fury's presence alone can disrupt anyone, proving that sometimes personality and sheer audacity are as lethal as any trained jab or hook.
Away from each other.
If John Fury stuck it on Carl Froch in his space, I think he would chin him immediately.
Really? Even live on Netflix?
Yes. Because these guys, they don't allow you to do, you can't.
Adam Smith points out the entertainment factor in this clash. Both John Fury and Carl Froch thrive on controversy and theatrics, which makes the confrontation highly engaging. Beyond the potential for a physical scuffle, this is about personalities clashing. Fans are guaranteed fireworks as two larger-than-life figures bring drama and unpredictability to the forefront of boxing culture.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun doing that, but I'm sure it's all fun and games. They like to say what they believe, they like to say something that's controversial, and they're two big characters. and we love having them around the sport.
Gareth Davies explains John Fury's fierce protectiveness over his family. His aggression isn't random, it's rooted in loyalty and a desire to defend his son's reputations. That intensity makes him a formidable presence. Even casual confrontations turn serious because John Fury combines raw passion with fearless assertiveness, making it clear that he's not one to back down.
What John does, he's very, very, very passionate around his sons when they're fighting, and it gets something out of him. I spoke to him, right, literally face to face, and I said, well, you know, what is upset? He said, I don't want people calling me out because I'll take any man on.
Yeah.
You know the comments.
Yeah.
My guy.
Spencer Oliver underlines the unpredictable nature of John Fury. Even at 48, his size and presence make him a serious threat. The confrontation isn't limited to Carl Froch. He's willing to challenge anyone who provokes him. This unpredictability, combined with experience and audacity, makes John a wild card in any face-off scenario, keeping fans guessing and tension high.
So, John Fury, Carl Froch, who wins that one?
Difficult one to call, that.
Really?
You got to go with the
Really?
Cobra. You got to go with the Cobra, mate.
Really?
The Cobra's dangerous. He's still in shape. 48 years of age.
John's standing over there behind you.
You got to go with John Fury. Yeah, no, it kicked off a little bit. But it wasn't only Carl Froch that he went into either, did he? He actually went into Lennox Lewis as well. He started steaming into Lennox Lewis a little bit, and I go, what?
Liam Goff sheds light on the tension and history between John Fury and Carl Froch. It's not just a random clash. There's past banter and unresolved challenges. The potential for an exhibition fight adds another layer, blending sport with entertainment. John Fury's willingness to step into the ring under the right terms shows his confidence and fearless nature, while Froch's agreement for charity adds a strategic, respectful angle. The dynamic keeps fans intrigued as both men navigate bravado, reputation, and opportunity in a high-stakes confrontation.
John Fury was doing that and goading Carl Froch, and I know John Fury doesn't like Carl Froch. Carl Froch mentions him, although I haven't really watched much of Carl Froch's videos lately. But Carl Froch, I know, has mentioned John Fury in the past. He's had a go with John Fury. They actually talked about having an actual, was it an exhibition or a boxing type match? And John Fury, any man, any time, was saying words to the effect of, oh, I'll fight you, Carl Froch, but the money has to be right. And Carl Froch basically said, all right, well, if we arrange payment, it can go to...
Adam Smith points out that this tension is partly rooted in Carl Froch calling out the Furies online. John Fury's reaction is a mix of pride, protectiveness, and pure entertainment. He's not avoiding confrontation. In fact, he thrives on it. The idea of them facing off publicly, even on the cobs, promises drama, unpredictability, and a spectacle that goes beyond boxing technique, tapping into the personalities of two of the sport's most outspoken figures. Fans are drawn as much to the characters as the potential action.
Having a go at the Furies probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun doing.
Eddie Hearn emphasizes the chaotic potential if John Fury and Carl Froch ever came close. John's size and unpredictability make him a formidable opponent, capable of bending rules in street-style confrontation. Carl Froch's technical prowess is undeniable, but this isn't a conventional fight. Fans can expect a raw clash where strategy mixes with intimidation and physicality, making it a spectacle that's part sport, part drama. It highlights how much the personalities and reputation of both men matter just as much as their skills.
I would never back against Carl Froch on the cobbles. Ever. But John Fury's a big old lump. There'll be some illegal moves in there. Do you know what I mean? But if they ever get close, Carl will be swinging. Do you know what I mean?
Carl Froch fires back at John Fury, calling out the bully mentality and daring attitude. Froch highlights the recklessness of Fury's provocations, while also asserting his own readiness to retaliate. This exchange is more psychological than physical, showing how words and threats can build tension and hype. Fans witness a chess match of bravado, where reputation, courage, and fearlessness drive the narrative more than actual fists, making every comment, gesture, and eye contact a potential headline. The anticipation grows with every heated interaction.
But big John Fury, a fighting man who don't want to fight, really. That's enough about him. Big fucking bully, that's what he is. And it will come on top for him. He'll say the wrong thing or he'll approach the wrong person.
If he came up that platform today, I'd have absolutely volleyed him back down the steps. Mark my words, I'd have volleyed him straight down them f***ing steps. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about it anymore. You can see I'm a little bit annoyed by the cheek of him, but all he's doing is attention seeking, and he's getting more attention.
Ade Oladipo captures the intensity of John Fury's aggressive stance at the press conference. His actions weren't just for show, there was genuine intent behind the theatrics, keeping everyone on edge. This display of raw emotion and fearlessness makes the press event more than just a meeting, it becomes a spectacle. The unpredictability, combined with John's reputation for confrontation, ensures that fans are glued to every movement, fully aware that one misstep could escalate the situation instantly. The drama here is as compelling as any actual fight.
I mean, John Fury looked like he was trying to fight Carl Froch. Obviously, Carl has said a few things about John Fury over the last few months, and John Fury, being John Fury, went straight for him. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do if he got to him, but I guess that was the entertainment from the press conference.
Shane Fury's insight gives a clear perspective on John Fury's mentality and why these confrontations escalate so quickly. Online jabs can only go so far, but face-to-face, John Fury becomes a force to be reckoned with, protecting his reputation and family. Shane's admission that his dad is half right shows the balance between pride and practicality. John Fury's approach blends old-school toughness with theatrical flair, making him a spectacle that dominates both social media and live events. This clip emphasizes the raw authenticity of John Fury's persona, reminding fans that bravado isn't just for show, it's about respect, power, and the intimidation factor. In the heavyweight arena of words and reputation, the Furies command attention.
It used to be like you can talk about someone online and do videos, but not expect someone to say anything when you see someone. So I don't know. Listen, my dad's got his ways and his points, and 90% of the time he's half right, but listen.
John Fury's training clip shows why he's seen as one of the most unpredictable figures in boxing culture. His approach is raw, intense, and unapologetically unconventional. By embracing a Gypsy-style self-sufficient regimen, John is not only preparing physically but creating a mythos around himself that fuels the media frenzy. His rejection of trainers or standard routines underscores his independence and fearlessness. Fans are captivated not just by potential fights, but by the story John crafts through his actions. This is a man turning his life into a narrative of grit, chaos, and legend, blending toughness with showmanship. The visual of him chopping wood, training bare knuckle, and living off the land reinforces that John Fury is a character larger than life, almost cinematic, in the modern boxing world.
Another running video this morning, but not just a running video. I'm going to be the first man to fight a 3-time Hall of Famer. We're just doing it myself. John Fury style. Running, bare knuckle, heavy bag, eating, living in the woods, chopping trees, eating the filth of the earth. I'm doing it Gypsy style. And I'm going to prove to everybody out there, where there's a will, there's a...
John Fury's tirade perfectly captures the raw, untamed energy he brings to the boxing world. His references to old-school fighting eras emphasize respect, toughness, and a no-nonsense mentality that dominates both rings and streets. By contrasting today's social media warriors with his generation, he positions himself as a living relic of authentic combat, fearless and brutal. The imagery of winding like a paper airplane or comparing himself to a rifle reflects his unpredictability and intensity. Fans are not just watching a man, they're witnessing a force of nature, someone whose reputation precedes him and whose every word and gesture is a challenge. This clip reinforces why John Fury remains an icon of intimidation, legacy, and entertainment in modern boxing culture, where respect and fear are earned, not posted online.
Outside, I'm an animal. I'm telling you now, people who know me, or the past, they're all dead who know me. Who could say he can fight? Outside he's an animal. They're all dead and gone. I'm from old school. I'm from the 70s, 80s and 90s, when men was men. We didn't talk down YouTube. So men made videos. We fought. And you see that, the pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a 5 off that window like an airplane? Like a paper...
The tension between John Fury and Carl Froch has reached boiling point, and the stakes are more than just pride. John Fury has made it clear he will defend his legacy and protect his family name at any cost, and Carl Froch isn't one to back down from a challenge either. This isn't just a press conference spectacle, It's a clash of personalities, old-school grit versus calculated experience. If John Fury truly steps into the fight, his raw power, unpredictability, and fearless approach could shock Froch, especially with the chaos he brings from training in isolation, bare knuckles, and pure Gypsy-style intensity. On the other hand, Froch's technical mastery, ring IQ, and composure under pressure make him a dangerous opponent who won't underestimate John's theatrics. Mentally, John Fury thrives on confrontation and intimidation, while Froch relies on discipline and strategy. This matchup will test both men's limits and prove who can truly control the narrative outside the ring as much as inside it. Who do you think will dominate when words turn into action? Will John Fury's raw chaos overwhelm Carl Froch, or will Froch's ring craftiness prevail? Drop your thoughts below and join the debate.